Well, hello. Ooh, little scandalous leg. So first of all, a disclaimer, I am not a full-time knitter. I also don't intend on making this channel a knitting channel. I just like to record the things that I'm doing at the time. I just happen to be knitting a lot because it's winter and it's cold. But that being said, if you are here because you want to subscribe to knitting content, knitting knowledge, this is not that channel. So I'm going to kindly advise you to not subscribe. Regardless, I hope you enjoy this video for what it is. So with that being said, let's get to the actual video. So in an ideal world, I would have filmed the entire process of all of my knitting projects, from getting the pattern, marking out the pattern, knitting it, blocking it, and then showing you the finished result. But the reality is that I was just too lazy to do pretty much all of those steps. But not lazy enough to not put it on the internet. So here we are. So the first project I have is the Romanesco jumper by Ranty Studios. I've been obsessed with this pattern ever since I saw these gorgeous photos. Oh my god, look at that texture. I'm also not the biggest fan, and this is personal preference, so please don't get mad at me, but I don't really gravitate towards basic knits. I'm not really gonna do like a plain sweater with a beige or white. I just feel like if you're gonna invest that much time and money into a knitting project, I want it to be a statement. I want it to be known that I invested a lot of resources into this, a lot of brain cells, maybe a couple breakdowns, you know? I totally went off on a crazy tangent there, but all of that to say, this Romanesco sweater is well on its way. It just needs a little bit more time and attention. I mean, honestly, same. This is a quick knitting update about this project, the Romanesco sweater. I have some good and bad news. The bad news is that I realized that my stitch count is off. And to make things worse, I don't know how or when it happened. But the good news is I'm gonna learn how to put in a rescue line, yay! And I'm gonna frog back a couple rows and then yay, start it over a little bit. I just watched a YouTube video on how to put in a safety line. I'm just a bit worried about this particular project because there's a lot of increases and decreases. I hope I just have to go back a couple rows and that it's okay. Oh my god, it's so stressful. It's part of the process. I don't know if I've ever done a full garment where I haven't had to frog at least some of it, or, you know, even starting it from scratch. So nothing to fear. If I don't report back, it means that I've successfully frogged it and that I've picked it back up and I'm just trucking on. So I hope to not see you again. Revenge of Extinction Come.
You guys have the hardest job.
Here's a little progress update on the Romanesco sweater. I literally just have 5 more rows and then I'm done with the front torso. The back torso has already been done. Just gonna quickly knit these 5 rows and then I'm supposed to do some kind of like Kitchener stitch. I have to look up a tutorial on how to do that because I'm actually not sure. I'm making really good progress on it so far. I love this texture so much. The next sweater that oh, the sun is like getting into my eye. Let me just shift positions a little bit. The next sweater that I've been working on is the Pippi sweater. This is actually a free pattern. It's from the iconic character Pippi Longstocking. I remember I went through a phase when I was like 8 or something where I was obsessed with the Pippi Longstocking movie. I'm gonna watch that film when I finish the sweater. That's gonna be my goal. I'm gonna wear it and I'm gonna watch that movie. But all of that to say, I can't finish it because I ran out of yarn. Yeah, it's totally my fault because I didn't do a gauge swatch and I didn't order enough yarn, so. I remember where the blocking mats are. These are actually just exercise mats that I got from like Lidl or something. So this is the process. Just lay it out on the floor. I also need to set up a towel. And then got my towel here. Just need to go get the actual thing itself. Let's go. Here we are, draining the water. Just press it. Try and squish as much water out as possible. Remember, don't wring it. I know it sounds like I know what I'm doing, but I'm actually not the most experienced person with blocking. If you see that I'm doing anything egregiously wrong, please let me know. It's quite squished out. Let's go to the towel. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Very nice, oversized. Perfect! Okay. Then I just wait for it to dry. And then start on the sleeves when it's dry. Hello. I am an idiot. So I've been working on the sweater for a while and I've just been stuck on Sleeve Island. I didn't think that I was going to be stranded there, but alas, here I am. I just realized I'm an idiot because look at this. Look at what I've decided to do. This was a huge mistake. My whole thought process was that I was casting on for the arm and I thought, oh my god, this sleeve is gonna be huge. It's gonna be too oversized. And mind you, like I wanted it to be oversized. I wanted it to be very loose and very wide even on the sleeves. But I saw the cast on for the armhole and I thought this is gonna be too much. So I decreased a whole lot. This looks stupid. I really wanted it to be done before winter season, but I think it's just not gonna happen. So I'm not sure if I gave an update after the blocking process, but this is how it came out. So you can see here it has a pretty nice like loose fit. It's honestly not as oversized as I thought it was gonna be. And the neck hole is kind of big. This all really comes back to my inability to do a gauge swatch. And I'm also realizing that it would be better to decrease over time so I can have like a nice slope if I wanted the sleeve to be a bit smaller. Yeah, oh my god, I hate doing sleeves. I hate doing sleeves. I just want to be done with it already. But yeah, that's my very sad update. It's kind of hard to find Drops Yarn in person because I feel like they're primarily an online retailer. I also think that's why they're on the cheaper side because they're kind of like direct to consumer, kind of like Shein vibes. Not that they're Shein, but you know, it's like the same business model. Anyways, this is like really off topic. This is not a podcast about business. I found a shop in Berlin that allegedly sells drops and I'm gonna go there later today or this week. Hopefully they have the yarn that I need and then I can finish the sweater. I'm literally so close to being done. I just need like 10 centimeters on each sleeve. It's not 10 centimeters, 10 inches on each sleeve. I'm really close to being done. This entire experience has humbled me. Wow, it looks really nice. Look at the toes. It's autumn. It's kind of cute. And because sweaters take a while to finish, I was craving a project that I could finally just start and finish and have a finished garment in my hands. And so I did that. And do you want to see it? Because here it is. If that didn't line up correctly, it's because I had to physically get up and find this balaclava and then put it on. And that's why you should be prepared for video shoots. I hope I was lined up. Please don't laugh at me if it wasn't. But yeah, I finished this gorgeous, gorgeous balaclava and this nice drops merino yarn. I freehanded it, but I also referenced this drops pattern. It's a vest, yes, but I liked the texture, like the little chart pattern that they use to make this kind of, words are escaping me. How would you describe this texture? It's kind of like bubbly, but flat at the same time. I used that same chart to make the body of this hood, so you can see this also has that texture. I'm really happy that I finished it. It just gives you a little bit of that like dopamine hit when you finally finish a project and you're just like, wow, I actually can do something. Please clap, please clap. Thank you, thank you. And that's not it. Because I love feeling stressed and overwhelmed, I'm also gonna be adding another project into the mix. So not only will I be continuing working on my 2 sweaters, but I'm gonna add a little sweater vest in there. But hear me out. So this is gonna be my dad's Christmas present because I made my mom this vest. And then my dad got low-key jealous and he was like, I want something that's handmade. So this year I'm gonna knit him a sweater vest. And today is November 13th. Will I finish this vest in time for Christmas? Survey says yes. By survey, I mean me. I will not hear otherwise, okay? I don't want to hear it. Anyways, I'm reasonably confident because I'm like really smart and like so gorgeous and really good at knitting. Hello. I'm starting on the Boston vest, and today I'm also signing because I know my dad's watching and I want him to understand what I'm saying because this is really his Christmas present. So it's a bit of a spoiler, but I mean, I already asked for his color and size, so he already knows what I'm making. It's not really a surprise. I also want to make more ASL vlogs because I know that my number 1 and 2 fans are my mom and dad. So I think for both of you, I'll make more signing vlogs. First thing I'm gonna do is to cast on 21 stitches, and this is going to make the right front piece. Hello, I'm vlogging now because I am going to document a big moment in my life, which is making a phone call in Germany. I've kind of reached a point in my life here where I have to make an appointment. I have a bonded retainer, which is like a little wire, I guess, that they glue to the back of your teeth, but basically it snapped in a couple spots. I've left this problem unchecked for like a year. I just need to get it fixed. Also yesterday I was eating some cantaloupe and then it must have twisted a little bit off my tooth because now it's really poking into my mouth and it's poking my tongue and it's really annoying. I think I can't put it off anymore. These places are apparently very English friendly, so I'm gonna try to make appointments there. The problem is that I apparently can't make an appointment online. I have to physically call them. Like, what is this? What is this? Let's just call them. Oh, we're English pressed too? Bruh, we're Gucci. All this stressing just for them to have an English hotline. Maybe I can just call them. Hello, do you speak English by any chance? Okay, cool. I'm calling because I wanted to make an appointment for... Thank you, you too. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Well, that was easy because you spoke English. Do you want to see my retainer? Hey, it's crooked now. That's what happens when you don't take care of your shit when it happens. Your teeth go crazy. Go to the dentist, kids. Someone is literally playing a prank on me because how does it look this cool already? Literally gasping for air. I fully intended on making this a sweater, but honestly, this already looks really cool as a sleeveless top. I will mull over the idea of the bolero for a little bit because I'm seriously considering pivoting to that rather than making this a sweater. And the next step, honestly, I might just try and block this. So here she is. She's looking great. I'm really proud of the color worked stripes I have going on. I'm also really happy with this double folded collar. I'm going to be doing this on every sweater. Like any sweater that has a ribbed finish on the collar is going to get the folded treatment. It just looks so much more professional and clean, right? It just looks nicer. And as I said earlier, it's so close to being done. I mean, literally look at this. Look at this. That's like just one more foot, you know? Just like one more foot on both arms. That's all I need. But luckily the yarn I ordered just came. So I'm hopefully gonna finish this, hopefully before winter's over. I would love to wear this before winter's over because it's just so cute. But I'm really happy with how it's going. But the thing is that I can't continue it until I finish the next knitting project, which is, Dad, if you're watching, stop watching because this is your Christmas present and it's a secret. So you can watch this part later, next time, after Christmas, okay? Love you, bye. It's still a work in progress, as you can probably tell, and it's feeling a little bit small, but hear me out. There's supposed to be a good maybe like 2 inches of ribbing on all of the edges. I think it will work. I don't know. But those are all of the pieces that I've been working on. And if you liked this video, then I hope you consider subscribing. I'd love to hang out again. I hope to see you next time. Okay, bye.